Give me raspy voice. I've just finished watching England playing in the World Cup. They literally just skinned through to the last 16 by the skin of the teeth, and I've just been shouting at the telly, as you do, you know, sitting here like Billy Clampers and just screaming at the telly because they were playing so rubbish. It was just ridiculous. But then, as usual, Harry Kane pulled it out the bag and we're through to the last 16, so that's a bit of a relief, bit of positivity for the country. And yeah, so it's always a good thing as well, because I know a lot of bad things happen if England don't get through or someone's favourite team don't get through to play. So yeah, big up England again, managed to get through. Harry Kane, you did it. Yeah, so I'm not even sure what I've come on for today. I've just come to give you a bit of an update on since I came back on last, about 4 or 5 days ago. And a few of you have reached out to say that, you know, that you're happy to see me back, which is like really, it left me speechless actually, because sometimes I actually think I'm just talking to myself. I know there's a few regulars who talk to me and make comments, and I totally appreciate it. And I've managed to get a couple more subscribers, which is absolutely cool, and I could get more of a sore throat shouting for joy with that, to be honest. So, and I'm actually sitting on the floor for some reason, and I don't know what. I think I just started setting my phone up and then just stayed sitting down on the floor. So yeah, I'm on the floor talking to you today, so that's just bizarre. But I'm not even attempting to get up with my dodgy knee and let you all see me rolling around like Shamu on the floor, which, trust me, Shamu would be a compliment. So yeah, in the past few days I've just been enjoying the fact that the weather's cooled down a lot. I've been up to my local fishing place to chuck some ground bait in to stir the fish up, which seems to have done good. I've seen quite a few fish in the area where I'm going to be fishing. I've bought myself a fishing trolley off Amazon. Hopefully it'll help me to get me fishing gear to the lake without having to carry it. I know you're still pushing a trolley, but it was a pain in the neck to put it together, but a friend helped me finish getting it together, so that was good of him. And it's stuck in the middle of the living room now with all my fishing gear on for when I go. So yeah, it's a bit like a wheelbarrow. If I turn you around now, the tripod will probably tip arm over breakfast, if you like, and I'll probably end up filming me big fat feet, so I'm not going to be doing that. You just have to take my word for it. I might put a clip on it at the end if I can manage to do that. I say I'm still learning, so you'll just have to bear with me with editing and all that. Sorry, that was me just throwing my dodgy knee up. What else? I've got a lot of my fish rehomed out of the bedroom. Well, I've got them all rehomed out of the bedroom. The lad came and took all the fish. I wasn't going to charge him because people want them for nothing anyway nowadays. They don't want to pay. People in today's society just want everything for nothing. And if I give them to someone who's going to be looking after them, that's all that matters. That they go to a good home, not someone who just wants to get them to resell them. So, and I gave him some fish equipment, and in return he's going to bring me some fishing stuff, which is pretty cool, which I wasn't expecting, but I wasn't going to say no, because fishing gear is expensive, even when you go on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace in America. I think it's called Craigslisting. I don't know whether that's right. I often hear people say Craigslist when I watch YouTube videos on people from America. They say Craigslist. Maybe, I hope I'm right anyway. So yeah, I very rarely buy anything new for fishing. Well, I tell a lie, 'cause I just bought the fishing trolley. Bought that off Amazon. and I buy stuff off Temu. That's pretty okay. It's not the best, but I'm not exactly the best fisherwoman, if you like. So yeah, so changing the subject again. Yeah, so he took all the fish, so I'm left with a really dark, depressing, empty tank in the bedroom. That's quite sad to look at because it used to be so vibrant and full of platies, you know, neon blue ones and Mickey Mouse platies, which I loved. And what was the other ones? Tiger platies. And yeah, and I had some plecos, which I adore. A couple of corridoras and a Raphael catfish that was the bane of my life because no one would ever take him off my hands. But he's gone as well. So yeah, but the lad's coming back next week when his mate's going to come and help him to lift the tank, because as you know, I can't lift the tank, and that's the main reason why I'm rehoming the fish, because I can't do the maintenance on the tanks because of the problems with my neck. Still haven't heard anything from the hospital, so I might just give it a week or so and then give the actual Walton Centre in Liverpool, which is the neuro place for us in the northwest. I don't think there's anywhere else, so I'll give them a ring and see whether they've received my referral yet, or well, actually I think I'll ring my GP first and see to make sure they've done the referral, because some of them aren't the best. Although this GP did seem quite happy to be, you know, quite not quite happy, quite efficient compared to all the other GPs that I've seen, who were basically saying that the pain was in my neck and my back and my leg was because I was overweight. And as I say, I've lost 6 stone, even though I'm still a hefty bird. And yeah, and then they said it was me mental health, not my mental health, me fibro, which a lot of it they say is all in your mind. So, you know, proved them all wrong. I've lost 6 stone, went and had an MRI, and I've got a lot of damage. That's probably from years and years. I've worked in nursing homes since I was, well, started off working in children's nurseries when I left school at 15, but from 16, 17, I've always worked in nursing homes. And back in the 80s, it wasn't, you didn't have hoists and all that kind of thing, you just lifted things yourself. Where, when not lifted things, that's an awful thing to say, you know, you'd assisted people to and from the toilets, to bed, etc. And yeah, so it's down to that. I mean, I did have a paper round when I was 13, and I was never that tall anyway, so the bag was always on the floor. And it seems weird that it's this side that all the problem is. You know, it's all down the right side, and even, you know, it could even be causing the problem in my right knee, apparently, because it just keeps locking and then dropping out, so it keeps giving way, which is also a reason why it's good that I've got the trolley, because if it gives way, the trolley's just gonna fall on the floor basically and not affect me, whereas I'll fall on the floor and then I can use the trolley to get back up again. So yeah, I've still got my lizards up to now, but they're one thing that I just don't think I could actually part with. I really don't. So yeah, I appreciate the yous reaching out and, you know, making comments and, you know, showing that you're actually, you know, you're happy that I'm back. So I know that I'm actually talking to someone out there, which is good. I don't know whether I told you in the last video I'd started going back to basics of how I eat. Literally I've given up all processed food. Yeah, I only eat, I call it clean eating now. I only drink water. I tell a lie. I drink matcha for the natural caffeine, and I have green tea, but I'm not that keen, but I'd still drink them, so I'd be lying if I said I only drank water. Fruit, veg, fresh meat, chicken, all high protein, high fibre, low carbs. So I've been to the gym a couple of times, I've been swimming a couple of times, and I was worrying because I'm not the best swimmer. So I've been, I do tread water a lot. I actually look like a puffer fish just bobbing around. But when I'm treading water, I proper do it like it's like a workout, if you like, in the water, because I'm not the best swimmer, and if there's lots of people swimming around, my confidence goes a bit. So that's why I do that. And I actually googled it the other day, and apparently it is really good for you anyway, especially with me having nerve damage and trouble with my knee, because I'm not putting any pressure on my body, and you know, the way I'm treading water is good for you. And I think it said, was it, you can burn like 10 calories a minute, because your legs and your arms are going obviously against that amount of water without any pressure. I'm sure it said 10 calories a minute. Don't quote me on that, I'd have to get back to you on that. Because I can't remember, it said something about so many after an hour. You'll have to forgive me about this, because obviously I haven't got a great memory. I'd have to write it down, and I'm just building my confidence up at the minute, talking back to you on the camera, on my phone I should say, and I haven't got it on selfie mode at the moment. I've got it so I'm actually talking to you personally, not got my eyes roaming all over the place like I did the other day. That video the other day, when I look back, I had one eye in height and one eye in bright, and I just couldn't seem to focus on what I was doing. And when I was talking about things, I was like looking off that way, just like that. And I please forgive me, it looked like I was being actually quite rude, and I wasn't, so I'm sorry about that. But I was just like, because I'm not used to like turning the camera or editing and things like that, I'm just winging it basically, and just building my confidence up. I'm probably boring you now, but I'm actually starting to feel quite comfortable, which is a good thing. I don't know whether it's because I'm down on ground level, and I don't know, I just feel comfortable. I feel like the lighting's nice, and yeah, it just feels good. I hope you feel comfortable, and you're not totally, well, you're not in a coma and fell asleep. I wouldn't blame you if you had, because I desperately want to reach out to you all and, you know, share what's going on. So as I say, two fish tanks have gone now. Two of the big, well, tell a lie, ignore me. One big fish tank with all the fish, one small fish tank, one tank full of shrimp, and the one in the bedroom, and I am not turning around, the one in the bedroom is emptied with just a little bit of water in the bottom, and the lad's coming back next week to take it for me. And then I can reshuffle my bedroom round in my own time, to get it how I want it and make it more fresh, and I don't know, just like give it a new lease of life, because it's been stuck in the same way since I moved in, when I was just buying things and putting them in place. Yeah, so as I said, the weather's cooled down again in the UK. We've had a bit of rain, which we needed. I've been getting out doing my steps. Yeah, the clean eating's going really well, although it's not showing on the scales at the moment, but my friend seems to think it could be down to water retention. So, which I could believe, because the amount of water what I'm drinking all the time, for me is a lot, because I was never one for drink. I never ever drank water. It was always energy drinks and cans of Coke and cans of Pepsi, but now, no. I get my caffeine naturally through matcha, and I drink my water, trying to get all my toxins out of my body. I have had the odd takeaway, but that was mostly when it was the hot weather. Just couldn't be bothered standing there cooking, so I just ordered in, and I never enjoyed it because I felt guilty afterwards because I've been working so hard. You know, I mean, I'm totally addicted to fruit now. I absolutely love it. I could eat apples. I could sit under an apple tree, and every time an apple fell, I could just sit and eat it. I could just eat them all day long. I love them. They're so flavoursome, and you just think, oh God, all these years I've been just chomping on rubbish and awful things with all additives and crud like that, and just the taste of an apple is just stunning. Yeah, so I'm gonna be trying to think. Just ignore me for a minute, look, because I've just had a bit of a brain fart on what I was going to say to you. It will come back. I can only apologise. I said this is one of the problems of having fibromyalgia. Yeah, so I'm hoping on Saturday, I'm hoping that I'm going to be going fishing. Tomorrow I'm at my friend's, helping her look after her granddaughter, who's 15 months, and she's my little best friend. She fills my heart just full of giggles, and she's just the best ever. Friday, it's going to be a gym day. Go to the gym, go for a swim, get my steps in, do some shopping, go to the pet shop, stock up on some bait for Saturday. I've also, that's what I've remembered. I've bought, and I'm going to look over here now, I bought one of those 3-second tents, what I've seen advertised all online at the moment. They've gone viral, and I've been watching, up until watching the football, I've been watching a lot of reviews on them, and they seem pretty good. It literally is a 3-second tent, but not 3 seconds. You know, it goes up in 3 seconds, but by the time you've set it out and things like that, you're talking about 5 minutes. But that compared to tents these days is brilliant. So I'm going to be going to charity farm fisheries. I'm hoping to go in August, all being well, and I'm not in hospital or anything like that. Yeah, so I'm going to be going there. They've got 4 big lakes, or ponds I should say. I never know whether to say lake or pond. So I'm going to be going there, camping. I hope I can manage, especially with my knee, because I'm going to be crawling in and out of a tent. But as long as I've got something to, if I'm struggling, I can pull myself up on. Well, I'll have my fishing box for that, because I've only got get a bit of a grip and jump up onto my other leg, and I should be okay. And by then there'll be, you know, hopefully a bit more weight come off, so that'll make it a bit easier. So I'll take you along with me, and I'll, you know, hopefully it'll be, you know, a bit of British summer. Not as bad as it was the other week, because I'll probably bake and just melt. But yeah, even if we have a bit of rain, I love being in a tent and listening to the rain. It's just so relaxing. But just to be able to sit and chill out by the pond, lake, and do some fishing, do a bit of reset in my head after the past 12 months and things that have gone on in life in general. You know, I'll get there, and I'll take you with me, or I should say I'll bring you with me if you want. I'd love you to come along on me life's journey, if you like. Yeah, adapting to life, and, you know, moving in the slower lane. You know, I'm not dead yet. Gonna be a long time before that happens, which at one point I literally thought I didn't have anything to live for, to be honest, because I was always not well, always in pain, so negative. But things have changed in my mind. they've also changed in my mind since I've changed the eating, which is crazy. My memory's improved. I know you won't think so by this video because I keep forgetting things, but I've done all this without any notes, and I'm really chuffed with myself, to be honest. You know, normally I've got notes and I'll write a shed load of notes out and then have to condense them again because I'm not going to remember them, and then I've got to pin them up somewhere, and then I look like I'm looking away. But this is just freewheeling. I'm not saying it's great, you know, but I feel like I'm just talking to a friend, and I feel like I am, and I hope you feel like you've got a friend talking to you. You know, if you've got any comments, I'd love you to put them in the comment thing below and let me know what you think of the video and how I'm coming across. And I'm not coming across as patronising or ignorance in any way, because I'm trying to make, what do they say? They're trying to, I do struggle with words as well. I'm trying to make, I don't know the word, I'll just gonna say a group of friends, you know, that we can all help each other, you know, any age. I mean, I'm 54, I'm 55 next month, yeah, so, and say from the age of 50 to getting to here has been a battle, but I've done it, and I'll share my stories with you and things that have gone on, and, you know, hopefully you'll share your stories with me. You know, we can help each other out. You know, let me know in the comments, as I've said before. I'd love it if you liked the video and you're still awake. If you're still awake now, I take my hat off to you. Let me know if any of you watched the football, what you thought of it. If you were as impressed as I was with the first half, which was basically not. Yeah. You know, what hobbies do you have? Whatever age you know, excuse me, my legs are hurting. Have you got any hobbies? How have you adjusted with, if you've got long-term conditions, and how do you deal with them? I'd love for you to share, and, you know, we can work on, you know, different things. And is there anything you'd like me to talk about in my next video? I'm still not trying to come up with ideas, because I've got different things going on. Should I'll do updates and things like that. Would you like to see some of me lizards? It'll probably only be me bearded dragon, because I'm going to be filming of the day, and he's the only one awake. And I've just put his light out now to settle him down for the evening, and he's asleep already, so I can't even put you on camera with him now. He's fast asleep. I could show you the fish remaining where I've got. I could give you the tour of my flat. It won't take long. It wouldn't even fill a short video. I've only got a 1-bedroom flat. But it's getting there. It's getting how I like it. It's comfortable. It's home. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And I'd love you to subscribe, which would help me great. I'm not in it for going to make all this kind of money, and I just like to get more subscribers and make more friends, reach out to more people, where we can all be there for each other and share our life in the slow lane, and how we're all adjusting, because at the end of the day, we're all still young. I still feel like I'm about 15 in my head. It's just my body feels like it's 95. Even watching that football today, I was going back to memories of when I was a kid and when I used to play football. You know, you just, we're all the same, aren't we? So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll catch you soon. tell me you went off. Don't tell me you went off.